Now, to further set up if you have athletes with disabilities, you can go into Athletes, and if you click on Male, all the athletes with disabilities should show up independent of the rest of the athletes. And if you click on an athlete with disability and come over here where it says Event Age, you can put in the event age. So if it's the A group classification you want for a particular event, you put in a 1, because it's for the 1 and under age group. If you remember, we made that the A classification. And if you put in a 2, they'll be in the B classification, because 2 and over is the B classification. So if you take a look at this, you can see that this swimmer is in the A classification in all of their events. However, they could be in an A classification in freestyle and a different classification for breaststroke. And you go through each of the swimmers and you put them in their ages and whether they're in A or B. So A would be 1 and B would be 2. And this way, when they show up in the results, they'll show up under A classification and B classification. So if we go look and we see a result, this is what a result would look like for the athletes with disability. The other thing you'll notice is that because we changed the boys to girls AWD, we get girls AWD here and not boys showing up. But if we wanted to, we could click the male button and that would just show the athletes with disabilities, okay? Because this is actually boys 200 free, 50 free, 100 free, and 100 breaststroke. We've just changed the name of it to girls AWD. So I'm going to select all of the athletes with disability events, and you'll see that the athletes with disability events results come girls athletes with disability. Now it has the 1 in there, but at least it has the A division classification, 200-yard freestyle, and the girls AWD B classification, 200-yard freestyle separated, so that in the results the A and B people get the first and seconds as they should. So that's how to separate the girls athletes with disabilities. And you also notice that in the scoring, these events won't be scored. When you're in the run meet section of this and you get the times, make sure to hit re-rank. Don't hit rescore or score. If you hit score during this time, you're going to get a message that says this event is not set up to score points. You hit yes to this, you'll now be changing this to a scoring event, and you don't want to do that. So make sure you don't hit score, or if you do, make sure you say no here. If you make that mistake, you're going to have to go back to the main menu and go to Purge and reset the events. That's how to set up the athlete with disability events and have an A classification and a B classification and have it show up in the results.